Hi, my name is Adam Grayson, and I'd like to show off a MEL script that I created for my capstone game, The Network. For The Network, I was in charge of creating preliminary environmental concept pieces, and what I envisioned the environment to look like was a little something like this. And this is an image from the game Mirror's Edge. One of the things that I love about this game's environment is that it's very simple. It's really just a bunch of boxes that are stretched vertically, but at the same time it looks very complex. So instead of creating concept pieces by hand with pencil or paper, or by creating individual boxes and stretching them in Maya, I decided to write a script for it. And through that script, I would have a little bit of control over what resulted after I ran it. So, taking a brief look at this script. So what this script does is it creates X number of cubes in a certain area, and this area is determined by the size and location of a polyplane, while the size and location of a NURB circle controls what I call the downtown area, which is where taller buildings are going to be created. In the script, I can control the number of cubes that will be created in this area as well as their range and heights. Inner height being the maximum height that buildings inside the downtown area will reach, and outer height being the maximum height that buildings outside the downtown area will reach. From there, I create the cubes, randomly position them, and randomly scale them according to whether they fall into the downtown area or not. So all that I need to do is select the polyplane, select the circle, and you'll notice that the buildings that generate inside of this circle are going to be taller than all of the ones outside of the circle. So now just run the script, and there you go. Again, you can see that the buildings inside of the circle are much taller than those buildings outside of the circle, which is perfect because I've created my little downtown area with a bunch of skyscrapers, and then outside of the downtown area there are decently tall buildings, just not skyscrapers. And within maybe 2 seconds, I've created a perfectly acceptable cityscape that, to me at least, looks pretty darn close to what I was aiming for. And the great part is that I can create so many of these in such a short amount of time. So I can just grab the grid and the circle again, move them over, and now I'm going to change the size of both to kind of demonstrate the flexibility of this script. So we'll make this a little bit bigger, make it a little bit thinner, and then I'm going to move the circle, say move it over here to the side, and then change its radius, make it really big so we have a nice big downtown area. Select the plane, select the circle, and run the script again, and there you go. Again, you'll see that the buildings inside of the downtown area are much taller than the buildings outside of it. And then one more time, but this time I'll change some of the numbers in the script. So we'll say the tallest that skyscrapers can be are, say, 100 units, and maybe the tallest that buildings outside can be are 50. And then we'll change the number of buildings to, say, 200. So it's going to be a fairly sparse city. And again, I'll just move this around, change its radius, and do the same with the polyplane. And select both of them, run the script. Alright, now this example is a little bit ridiculous because the buildings are super tall and super small. But hopefully you can see the flexibility in the script and that you can control where the tall buildings are, how tall those buildings are, and how many buildings there are. And the best part is you can iterate super quickly. And then lastly, I'd just like to show a few examples of the original environments that I made for the capstone pitch. These first few are just with Maya's default material, and then these ones are with ambient occlusion. And that's it. Thanks for watching.